Hi, my name is Rabiyah Khan and welcome to my Creative Arts e-portfolio. As part of my learning in the Creative Arts unit, I have undertaken 5 hours of 3 chosen art forms: visual arts, music and dance. The first was visual arts. I have always been fascinated with paintings. However, I always felt I lacked the skills in being creative. So the first thing I did was run through as many videos on YouTube to provide some background information on tips on how to hold the paintbrush, different ways on how the brushes can be stroked on the paper, and just learn about mixing colors together, such as blue, red, and yellow are part of primary colors. This helped me enhance my knowledge in the paintbrushes as well as different paintings. After educating myself through various YouTube videos, I finally found a video which caught my eye. It was now time to start my first attempt at painting clouds. I was excited. The three paint colors which I used for the painting were white, cerulean blue, and ultramarine. However, my first attempt was a struggle as I couldn't get the techniques correctly. I mixed the paint too much together, creating not the right colors, and I was not holding the paintbrushes correctly. Coming to the clouds, I made the mistake of not letting the blue paint dry at the end. Hence, I started my clouds too early. During the end, I realized that my clouds were very faint and looked nothing like the video at all. The next day, I started my final attempt as I wasn't happy with my painting the day before. This time, I made sure I used the proper brushes to bring out the sky effect, and I made sure I didn't mix the paint too harshly together like I did yesterday. Learning from yesterday, I also made sure I let the paint dry before starting my clouds. Strokes had to be very short and light for that full art cloudy effect. In art, I am working towards the Australian professional standards for teaching, in particular Standard 2 and 6, know the content and how to teach it, and engage in professional learning. The next was music. For music, I attended a workshop at Western Sydney University led by Kate and Rachel. Rachel started us off with rhythm, how to listen to rhythm, how it's notated, and what a rest is. She did this through teaching us how to read music. There were so many fun activities ahead of us that day. In the music workshop, I am working towards Standard 6, which is engaging with colleagues to improve my practice. This was a fun activity on learning how to read music through rhythm. The next activity we moved on to was boom whackers, which is used in the classroom. Here we are matching the boom whacker notes to the song. In groups, we moved around to different stations and completed different songs and activities. Each song had different musical notes that had to be played, so we had to choose a tube that corresponded with the song, and we hit the tube when it was our note. These songs can easily be incorporated into the classroom as kids know nursery rhymes and would enjoy using the boom whackers. Here I am learning to read music as a group and bringing that music to life through different instruments. Through this workshop, I have deepened my understanding of rhythm, pitch, and reading music. Last but not least was dance. This was my favorite as my friend Ebru and I chose to do a Punjabi dance together. This is our first attempt. We helped each other out with many moves which we found difficult. We learned the dance step by step from an instructor on YouTube as we realized you cannot learn a dance by just watching it once. Punjabi dance was very interesting as it was something I had not done before. It was, however, very fun to learn new dance moves and it was challenging at the same time. However, working together with Ebru, we helped one another and it was a lot fun and great learning experience. Woohoo! Right. Got it. Thanks, Ibru.
No worries. 3,
This is day 2. Ibru and I felt like the dance steps were not sitting in our head, so we decided to leave it and come back to it the next day. We attempted the dance again. Although we were getting better, we realized we were still not getting where we wanted and we're not in sync with one another. So we gave it another go. It was day 3 and finally time for our final product. After hours and hours of practicing, we decided to get into character for our final presentation.
day 3.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update. ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾ ਬਤੋਲ ਕੇ ਕੰਡਾ ਕੱਢੀ ਦਾ ਸਪੀਕਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਨੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾ ਬਤੋਲ ਕੇ ਕੰਡਾ ਕੱਢੀ ਦਾ ਸਪੀਕਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗੱਲੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਬੋਝ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਰ ਲੁੱਟ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਨ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਲਾਗੇ ਦਿਨ ਪਿੰਡ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਬੰਦੇ ਪਿੰਡੇ ਕਦੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਨੀ ਲਾਗੇ ਦਿਨ ਪਿੰਡ ਬੱਲੀਏ ਬੰਦੇ ਪਿੰਡੇ ਕਦੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ
This is the final product. Through dance, I have met Standard 2, know the content and how to teach it, and Standard 6, engage in professional learning. By learning the content, we are better equipped in knowing how to teach it in the future classroom practice. Through this strand, it deepened my understanding of dance and appreciating other cultures. I have come to the end of my portfolio and I hope you enjoyed watching it just as much as I enjoyed making it. Thanks for watching.